You're watching Center Stage with Rahul Kamal.
Good evening and welcome. In 1963, a leader of India's grand old party proposed all senior Congress leaders should resign from their ministerial posts and devote their energy to the revitalization of the Congress. 5 decades later, Manmohan Singh looks set to dust off the Kamraj plan as he prepares for a massive shake-up of his cabinet. Stung by repeated accusations of governance paralysis, this is said to be the Prime Minister's most substantive rejig yet. Some who sense the axe hanging over their head are already putting in their papers. Headlines today was the first channel to report this afternoon that S.M. Krishna would exit the Ministry of External Affairs. Sources also tell us that Subodh Kant Sahai is likely to quit his tourism ministry portfolio. We're also getting news that Information and Broadcasting Minister Ambika Soni and Social Justice Minister Mukul Wasnik have offered to resign ahead of the reshuffle. Minister of State for Shipping Mahadev Khandela too could go. This reshuffle is seen as a prelude to a change in the organizational setup of the party as Manmohan Singh aims to create a new team to face the 2014 elections, a team which will have the imprint of Rahul Gandhi. Amid speculation that a substantive reshuffle of the Union Cabinet is likely Sunday, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh met Sonia Gandhi this evening to finalize the plan. Party sources said some young leaders will be inducted into the government at the instance of Congress General Secretary Rahul Gandhi, who himself is likely to get a bigger position in the party but is unlikely to join the Union Cabinet. Delhi is buzzing tonight with all sorts of stories about the reasons behind this substantive makeover, Kamraj Plan 2012. To get you the inside track as we promised on why these changes are being implemented, I'm joined by three of the finest political minds. We're joined by Mr. Rajgopalan, we've got Deeptosh Majumdar, Kartike Sharma joins us from outside Parliament House, Sandeep Bamzai, the editor of Mail Today. I want to first go across to Mr. Rajgopalan, who's been on the phone line with several ministers. How many of them have received phone calls yet, because they were all waiting for the Sonia Prime Minister meeting to get over? Give our viewers a full sense of what's likely to happen, Mr. Rajgopalan.
8 or 9 ministers, Rahul, those who are likely to be interested in coming back to the party because they lost that total faith in the governance. They also thought that the government has become a lame duck, and they also expect, one of them, as you put it, one of them told me that there shall be an early election in 2013. To prepare that, 15 Rakabganj Road, as you know very well, it is a war room for Congress. Most of them will be going there instead of going to the respective cabinet, ministers' offices. And most interesting is that, Madam Ambika Soni, Subodh Kant Sahai, even Jairam Ramesh, and other ministers who are keen to go back to the party. The more inductions, for example, Manmohan Singh Alwale's name has suddenly surfaced. And where would he get elected from Rajya Sabha to Rajya Sabha, either Maharashtra or some other state? They are also looking for it. Therefore, to decide that, the meeting between Madam Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister, it was a laborious task. For the last 3-4 months, they have been adding permutations and combinations, and for many reasons, there is a large chunk of Andhrites or getting into the cabinet. These are all 1 or 2 things which they are. The basic point is, what I understand, now today there is a synergy between the party and the government, because on Manmohan Singh Alwale there were differences in the party, but government, as Prime Minister, he wants to run the system. With the exit of Mr. S.M. Krishna, they were wanting to replace either Anand Sharma or Manmohan Singh Alwale like that. So these are all certain rejigs have taken place. Now the list is ready. The list will be sent to Rashtrapati Bhavan tomorrow morning according to my sources, and individuals are being informed over the telephone tonight, and tomorrow morning you will get a clear picture, Rahul.
Kartike, this is Kamraj Plan 2012. S.M. Krishna going back to Karnataka, Ambika Soni, Mukul Wasnik, there are other names as well offering to resign. What is the big idea? Is a lot of this just preemptive posturing on the part of these leaders because they didn't want to get axed and therefore they volunteered to go and work with the party? Or are these people the ministers whose performance the Prime Minister and Mrs. Gandhi weren't satisfied with?
I would say, Rahul, it's a bit of both, because I know that Ambika Soni, given a choice, will not go back. She's 72. and she understands that a person of her age and stature doesn't go back to organization like that. So I would say that what happened, let me put it in this perspective. Uh, Congress President met Mahadev Khandela, SM Krishna, Mukul Vasnik and Ambika Soni today. Yes, it is true that in the conversation they offered to put in their papers and tell her that we are willing to work for the organization. But if you want to reduce the age of the cabinet, as the Prime Minister wants to do because he wants to introduce the team of Rahul Gandhi for 2014, he also needs to introduce the same blood in the organization. If you need experience, so do the vigor. That both are required in equal proportion. So my sources are telling me, yes, it's a bit of atmospherics where senior leaders say, well, I'm willing to work for the party, but then ultimate decision will be taken by Rahul and Sonia here. And yes, couple of people will have to make way, as we reported yesterday that SM Krishna will have to go. My sources are telling me that he might not even get accommodated in the politics of Karnataka. He might even have to retire. There are people who are waiting for a comeback desperately. Governor of Punjab. That question too needs to be accounted for. And I've been told that there's going to be one more meeting between the Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh, and Sonia Gandhi tomorrow, where the bastex would be done, or I would say that the exercise would be concluded tomorrow. But then we would see for sure, Rahul, new faces, 10 to 12 minimum, being promoted as Minister of State with independent charges, be it Milind, Sachin, Jyotiraditya, RPN. We're going to see them in a new avatar.
Sandeep, SM Krishna is one name that pops into discussions each time there's a reshuffle, and each time somehow he manages to save his job. Here's a minister whose performance very clearly even the MEA wasn't happy with, let alone what he was doing to India's foreign policy. He's being sent back. So this is really a lot of weeding out of the old guard to finally make space for some of the younger Baba log to come in and take over.
I don't think SM Krishna will go back to the state and dabble in politics in Karnataka. He's 80 years old, and I think this could be the end of the road for Mr. Krishna as a politician. I mean, he well may become a governor somewhere, and I think he was a governor for some time. I think what is happening crucially at the moment is that the political narrative which is linked to the Congress is undergoing a very important metamorphosis. And I think we are missing the fact that more than anybody else, it could be Rahul Gandhi whose imprint will be visible on this cabinet reshuffle. And I think that the confabulations that he has had with the Prime Minister, there were a couple of meetings even with the President. These meetings have led to all this churning, and I think you will see many more new, younger faces in the cabinet. And I think some of the older people, as Mr. Rajagopal said, and as Karthikeya was also reporting, will either go to the party or directly to the war room, as it were, on 19 Rakabganj Road. The important thing here is that this is definitely push time for a lot of these youngsters. Some of the other people who have been MOSs like Ashwani Kumar, etc., would also be getting a leg up. Pallam Raju, one hears, will also get a leg up. So I clearly see this as a defining moment, and if you have elections of the midterm variety in 2013, then somewhere it is Rahul Gandhi who is pressing things, as it were. Pressing things, as it were, because I think the time for push has long gone. It's come to shove.
Because Deeptosh, the likes of Sachin Pilot, Jyotir, Milind Deora have been sitting around, not doing very much work, playing second fiddle to senior ministers who are very reluctant to give them real work to do. And it's about time that they get some real responsibilities. If they're going to be key ministers in a future Rahul government, which is what the Congress would like, it's time that they actually get their hands dirty and not pretend as if this wasn't their government. They always want to stay out on the sidelines and make it seem as if they've got nothing to do with this government.
Well, Rahul Gandhi has been doing a lot of running around for quite some time. He's been meeting Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister, and has even met the President, as Sandeep rightly pointed out. And obviously we are expecting a Rahul imprint on this cabinet reshuffle quite a lot. And that doesn't mean that they are, elevated just from MOS, the likes of Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sachin Pilot. They're not elevated from the rank of and very ornamental MOS who usually don't have any job to a cabinet to MOS within MOS independent charge. They should be brought into the cabinet, really made to participate in government affairs and be given much larger roles than that. And as far as Kamraj plan is concerned, even Kamraj plan will be, very really tangible only if this government makes a broader change, not just Ambika Soni, not just Mukul Vasnik. As we were hearing 6 months back, there should also be a Ghulam Nabi Azad going back to the party or offering to go back to the party, or Jairam Ramesh. It has to be a larger basket of names than just Ambika Soni and Mukul Vasnik, as we are getting to hear at this point of time, for Kamraj plan to be really effective, because the party needs resuscitation. They are going to go in electoral mode as early as next year, and we are already approaching the end of 2012. Elections are 18 months away, the scheduled elections, and we are all talking about elections earlier than that. So obviously Kamraj plan needs to be executed at this point of time, if it has to be executed at all.
Because with Salman Khurshid, with Ghulam Nabi Azad, Jairam Ramesh, Mr. Rajgopalan, these were people who even earlier offered the Congress president that they were prepared to go back, leave their ministerial portfolios, work for the party. Now, of course, it's for the Prime Minister and Mrs. Gandhi to decide which of them they want to retain in their ministries and whom they want to come and work with the party. Mr. Rajgopal.
No, it's very, very difficult to answer, Rahul, because the laborious exercise, as I have been telling, it went for more than, the pregnancy of this government is more than 4 months, because if you add 1 or 2, slip out 3, add 4, like that, it's, as you also interviewed Madam Sheila Dikshit, she said she is ready to go to center. Where is the name of Sheila Dikshit here? So this type of things are all, suddenly surfaces, suddenly evaporates. So the net answer is, whatever you have been saying about Mr. Rahul Gandhi, his imprint will be there, and because the onus of running the political system establishment is slowly coming on to the shoulders of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, which is very difficult for him. He talks about 2025, 2045, 2065, like that. There is no clarity in his vision. Therefore, we have to wait and watch. Whatever that imprints there is only in MOS he has a stronger hold. The leakages, whatever is coming out in the AICC format or from the government, we hear only in the MOS status. He has already 2 persons in the MOS, in the Union Home Ministry. Mr. Jitendra Singh is his nominee. What was his performance under Mr. Chidambaram, under Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde? These are also to be undertaken, when you review the case. Therefore, Mr. Rahul Gandhi's imprint may be there, but from my understanding of watching him for the last 4 or 5 years in the parliament, I feel that, if the stamp is given only at the MOS stage, that means Madam Sonia Gandhi and Dr. Manmohan Singh are holding to the cabinet themselves and giving the entire thing to Rahul Gandhi only at the MOS stage. These are all certain impact.
Okay, because Karthike, what we are going to see...
There is no clarity as such, Rahul.
What we are going to see, Karthike, on Sunday is only the first part of this massive reorganization, which will be within the government. The next challenge, of course, is to figure out what to do with the party, because Rahul Gandhi has made it clear that he doesn't want a periphery role. If he's coming in, he wants to be front and center, and he wants to leave his imprint on the organizational structure of the grand old party as well. So that will be another big change that Rahul's working on behind the scenes.
Oh yes, whatever be the nomenclature or the title, all the general secretaries would be reporting to him. And we are going to witness that the PCC chiefs will be changed, and couple of general secretaries who did not perform, especially the one who were in charge of Uttarakhand, the ones who were in charge of Punjab, they will be changed. There are a couple of, I would say, senior organizational figures who are not general secretary per se by the nomenclature, but in charge of powerful states like Jammu and Kashmir, or to say Gujarat or Maharashtra. We'll find them that they will not have a room in AICC, because we have been given to believe that people who have stake at regional level will be given some position there. For example, I would like to bring back the conversation to the cabinet reshuffle. You see, why is Gurdas Kamath important? He is important because he has some say in Mumbai, the city of Mumbai. Why is Vilas Rao Muthamar important? He is going to fight his 7th Lok Sabha election from Nagpur. Why is Adhir Chaudhary important? He's the Don of Murshidabad. Why is Deepa Das Munshi important? She is the biggest critic of Mamta. Why is Pratap Singh Bajwa important? Because you do not have a Sikh from Punjab in the council. This is the principle on which this reshuffle will take place, both in the council and in the organization as well, Rahul.
It's always very risk-prone exercise, but I'm going to venture into territory and ask Deeptosh Majumdar to give our viewers a sense of who the next External Affairs Minister might be. Your sense of, who's coming in place of all the people who will be going back to the party. We'll get Deeptosh to do that first, then Sandeep.
I won't venture a guess at this point of time. It's very, very difficult. There has been talk of Salman Khurshid, despite the taint which has followed him around for the past several weeks now. There has been talk of a few other names which has been dropped at this point of time. But it is, I think, being finalized even as we speak, even as we discuss. I am not going to hazard a guess at this point of time on this. But the fact remains, Rahul Gandhi has to play a very major role in the party, even if he is not joining the government at this point of time. I think he should take up a role whereby it will allow him to come and attend the core committee, the core group meetings every Friday, along with Sonia Gandhi and Ahmed Patel, and that will give him a taste of governance, even if he is staying out of the government. I think that will be very crucial at whatever role he enjoys after the Congress reshuffle within the party, at whatever role he comes in.
Sandeep Bamzai, would you be any more brave than Deeptosh, who's backing off completely, refusing to take any guesses? Because there is the name of Anand Sharma, Kamal Nath, Kapil Sibal, and Salman Khurshid, who himself feels that his chances have been dented.
Also, Rahul, you include
for External Affairs Minister.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Prime Minister wants it. It's going to, you asked Sandeep, sorry for intervening him. The point is, it has to be dealt at the Pakistan level. Whatever Prime Minister's foreign policy enunciation has been so far, that person should also be fulfilling Dr. Manmohan Singh's wishes.
So let's just take a look, Sandeep, at the pros and cons. Let's not venture into who might get the post, but the pros and cons of the candidates.
In '63, when the Kamaraj plan was initiated, people like Jagjeevan Ram, Lal Bahadur Shastri, these are big names. One became the Prime Minister, the other was the Defence Minister, almost became the Prime Minister. All these people gave up their positions in the government. That was the Kamaraj plan. That was the sweep, the grand sweep of the Kamaraj plan. Mr. Kamaraj himself became the AICC president and then ran the party after Panditji's death, which was a crucial phase in India's politics. If you were to ask me who the External Affairs Minister is going to be, from, again, what I hear, it tallies with some of the names that have been bandied about this evening. But if I were to stick my neck out and say who is going to be the next External Affairs Minister, I think it will be Salman Khurshid.
You're saying Salman Khurshid, despite the charges that have been leveled against him?
I would think, I know that Anand Sharma wants this job, but I think it won't go to him, and I think it will go to Salman.
Deeptosh wants to make a very quick point before I end this.
I would say, Rahul has to play a role. This government is not only scam affected, it is also geriatrically very disabled. It needs now new life injected into it, and that is why I am keen to see what kind of role Jyotiraditya Scindia, the likes of RPN Singh, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sachin Pilot, all these people get in this governance. They have to be elevated to the cabinet level, and they have to transmit what Rahul Gandhi is really trying to implement on the ground.
Well, they've been sitting around for very long, doing very little. It's about time that they get active and actually show what they are made of, if at all anything. For the moment, Sandeep Bamzai, Rajgopalan, Deeptosh Majumdar, Kartikeya Sharma, thank you very much. We'll keep tracking the story very, very closely. Very interesting permutations and combinations. This is a time where every single minister is on the edge, looking at his phone, waiting for a call to come to know what Mrs. Gandhi and the Prime Minister have in store for them.